Hey, what's going on, everybody? You can call me Snippy, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. In the last one, we worked on the bridge some more, because that's all we're doing nowadays. It's fine. We're almost done, in all honesty. It's also raining right now, so it might be a little loud. But I went out and got a lot more materials yet again. Honestly, it wasn't that I was out of materials. It's just that I needed to smelt all of it, because I apparently got so much last time I tried to get stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm doing all of that material gathering off camera though, so I don't even know if that has any pertinent data, information, value to you. But, you know, regardless, it's stuff that I did. Also, in order to, smelt everything, I needed to get coal. So I went over to the sand quarry over there, and I realized there's a cave I never explored there, and I did now. Well, not all the way. I stopped once I started seeing, like, redstone and stuff, because I didn't, if I wanted to find diamonds, I wanted it to be on video, so I didn't go too far into it, but I did scour the maze-like properties of the upper levels, and I got about 40 iron, so, that's good. I can make new armor, which is good, because I haven't had armor for like 2 episodes, but I realized I should probably just go farm more leather, because of how actually useful that is as armor in this. And I just need to actually go out more and find more cows to kill to do that, because believe it or not, there aren't any cows to get leather from in the base or working on the tunnel. It's not a subway. You can't even pretend to call it that. But you know what I mean. The bridge. But we're going to work on the bridge even more today with all the materials that I gathered. Again, it was mostly coal I needed since the last off-camera material gathering session. And there the rain goes. I actually already got a ton of sand and cobble from expanding the quarry. Anyway, we did what we needed to do, and now we gotta build, which is fine and dandy. You guys seem to really enjoy it, and it's very relaxing. It really truly is. As long as I let it be. I actually feel quite relaxed today. Too relaxed. In fact, I was basically slumped in my chair all day, and I could barely even, like, get up. I mean, I did, actually. Actually, I did some cool stuff, guys. I did, like, I jumped a bunch. It was pretty cool. Okay, that has been dealt with, but now I'm ready to just, continue building this, and then, wait, where do I put this? Up here? I was about to say, I was literally just about to say, and I'm gonna get frustrated because I'm not gonna know how I'm actually supposed to be building it, and voila, here we are. I don't even know how I'm supposed to be placing this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna assume. What the hell? What am I doing? What am I doing with this? What am I doing with this? It's so claustrophobic and horrible. What have I done? Screw this. Okay, do that. And then, oh my god. Okay, that's better. It's better that way. At least it's actually. It's not even even. Ugh. Okay, we're fine. Don't worry about it. Stop making hurt noises from a goddamn video game from like 2000. Okay. Look, I'm gonna worry about that when I gotta worry about that, which is immediately. As we all have to worry about everything immediately, for time is limited. Painfully so. Okay. I need some temporary blocks, because that's how I'm gonna need to place the glass in that way. And so this cobblestone shall perform for that function. I just realized I could have used the wood. But, wood's not for building. Wood is for having in your inventory and never using it. Okay, and we're just gonna do this the whole way down. And hope that some Minecraft music starts playing so that we can actually get relaxed. There's a sheep up there. I don't think I didn't see that. Okay, let me try to think. Did anything wacky happen off camera? I wasn't even like sort of recording when I was doing that, so if something did happen, then I have to just, it's purely in my memory, and I'll be honest, I think that part of my head is probably not very reliable. I don't even know. I really don't know if anything happened. I don't think anything happened. I feel like I'd remember if something big happened. There were a lot of creepers at one point after the sun came up. Somehow still alive. Well, I guess because they don't burn, obviously. And that was kind of scary. I got some gunpowder from that. This hill seems to really like despawning. I say we call this Void Mountain. I think I won't remember that. But you know, I think I will remember that because it'll constantly remind me of the fact of its existence. Every time I forget. Oh, that's good, you know? It's like a reminder. Except a real one and not like a digital one on like an app or something. Okay. Oh, reminders. It's just a random thing to talk about. I mean, what else do you talk about this many episodes into a Minecraft playthrough? Okay, reminders. Who uses reminders? Like, what is that word even? I'm looking up what the actual definition of the word is. We're gonna change reality, guys. We're gonna change reality. What is it? What did I just say? Reminder. What do you need? Like a person remind you of something? What kind of like fucking CEO in an office is like? Oh yeah, where's my reminders, please? Oh yes, I have a meeting at 2:30. Oh thanks. That's a very normal thing that a lot of people do, and that's the world we live in. It's very normal. Okay, here we go. Reminder, noun. A thing that causes someone to remember something. As an example, the watchtower is a reminder of the days when an enemy might appear at any moment. And here's how it sounds.
Reminder.
Don't want to. Nor do I. Okay, so there you go. That's what reminder means. And hearing in that context, actually, that enlightened me. You know, an object can serve as a reminder. In fact, memorials are just that, aren't they? So, oh, why am I not putting the glass higher? Oh, it's consistency, okay? I'm just gonna keep it consistent. I don't care. Anyway, objects can serve as a reminder. That's what monuments are. They're reminders of the past, of things that have happened. Now that's the kind of reminder I can get my head wrapped around. Like some kind of a goddamn head humper thing. You know? That I understand. I would say there's many things that remind me of stuff. I mean, hell, if you say Minecraft is a reminder, if you really think about it. I mean, think about it. You're thinking about it, right? I mean, what memories do you have of Minecraft? I'm sure there's many. I'm sure there's so many. It truly is a thing of its own. Maybe I should talk about some Minecraft memories of my own today. It's probably a fitting thing to do. I also need to figure out where I want a door to be. Because there has to be some... I feel like there should be an exit around here, or entrance, because it's like on the ground floor. However... I guess, yeah, I don't need to actually. Here's what I'll do. This cave will be the entrance. Just as it is. That's actually perfectly fine. This will work. If anything, this is one area that desperately needed a wall, because mobs would really wreck me around here. But we're good, we're clear. Okay. Yeah, let me talk about some Minecraft memories. Some kind of disjointed, kind of not disjointed memories of my own. So I remember, and this is probably something not many people, I've probably told many people that I'm friends with, mostly because it's not like it's deep or big or anything, but I remember there was a point in my time, I don't know if I told you guys the story of my first ever friend, but I'm gonna assume I did at some point, and if not one day, I'm sure I can retell this story, but basically, me and my first ever friend, me and my friend on Xbox 360, I remember we got the Minecraft version, or the Xbox version of Minecraft. Well, not just me and him, you know, me and pretty much everyone I knew, actually. Everyone was hopping on that like crazy when that came out, because it was like, boom, Minecraft is on the freaking Xbox, that's nuts, that's crazy. It was like a PC game for so long, and I had no idea how to play PC games with friends. I didn't know what Skype really was. And even then, I didn't know how multiplayer worked, especially in Minecraft at the time. I mean, it was and honestly still is a complicated endeavor to play Minecraft multiplayer. I mean, it's gotten easier nowadays with stuff like with, you know, services. I mean, I feel like Hamachi's been around for a long time, but I don't know. I feel like that's a lot older. Wait, why is this? Oh god damn it, I did this wrong. has to be like this. Which means there's no exit. Oh, there kind of is. Yeah. Yeah, there is. There's... over here. Okay, how do we talk about this? I don't know. It's not, we played the game, right? We played the game, and I remember the worlds that we made. I remember there was this one. I don't remember the details, but I know that we wanted to build like some kind of a town or something. I'm sure our goals were just as lofty and you know, like, oh, I want to build like a city or something. But obviously, we never ended up doing something like that because that's a big undertaking, especially since that old version of Minecraft actually had a bit of a... How do I put this? Oh, I never brought the glowstone, damn it. We gotta go back and get that. It had a limitation where the world size was limited, and I'm sure that's something that a lot of people might remember there and get a little nostalgic for. Because I actually kind of liked that. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked that the worlds were limited. I mean, I probably didn't at the time. At the time, I was probably like, man, why can't it be like good like the PC version, you know? But then I was like, nowadays I'm like, actually, there's kind of value to be had in that, and, you know, if anything, that like gives the items intrinsic value is that there's a limited number of them. Like Counter-Strike skin. Wait, those aren't really that limited. I mean, maybe someone, I don't know. The point is, I'm talking a lot and I'm not giving myself time to breathe. I think I also need to leave that corner barren. I think. But we built some cool stuff, you know, we built some cool stuff. I remember, I need to go get glowstone. I remember we were trying to build this road in I think we're definitely using creative mode, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, we're in creative. We were trying to build this road, and we didn't just want it to be a stone pathway. No, no, no. We wanted it to be a highway. We wanted it to be a highway. We wanted it to be like a street. So we used the black wool and the yellow wool to make like a street. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? Just doing something like that. It's something that even I could do in one of these episodes, even though these are always as drawn out and long as they are. It's something that even I could have done in this one episode, but we took like a week to do it. It was like a 100-block long, 5 blocks across. It was not that complicated. It wasn't like a difficult thing to build. We were in creative. It wasn't even that hard to do, but it took us forever. I don't even think we ever finished it. Yeah. But I still remember thinking it was a really cool, modern-looking build, and it was like, dang, dude, I didn't know I could make stuff like that. That's crazy. It's like a road. It's like a real one, like I see in real life. That's insane. I've never seen that. It's not in Minecraft. That doesn't spawn in the world nor naturally. I don't know what I was thinking. I was probably easily impressed. Or it's just that we were kids, is really what it was. And I don't miss that. I'm happy to move on to grander things, but I miss when... how do I put this? Things that we were offered when I was young were so simple, right? They're so simplistic. I mean, there was a lot of complexity in certain games, like especially like RTS games and like, you know, shooters like fucking Counter-Strike Source or something at the time. But something like a sandbox game like Minecraft, like it was just so simple and everything made sense, and there was just so little that you had to work with that you could be so easily impressed by such simple things. I mean, hell, even like just back on the internet, back in the day, I remember the first video I ever saw on YouTube of Minecraft, but I didn't even know people made videos about Minecraft. I was like, my mind was blown when I looked up Minecraft and saw videos. Does that happen to kids nowadays? I don't know. I don't think I want to know either, but I would like to think so. There's still that innocence of discovering things online, and everything isn't just spoiled or seen before your brain forms all enough to even remember it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember my youngest exposure to like online stuff, to like a game or something, was probably like the first Halo or like one of the first Lego Star Wars games, like the really old ones. I remember that was the first game I ever played. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but, you know, even that was, like, enough for me to understand, you know. Especially since I liked the Star Wars movies as a kid. It was like, oh, the stormtroopers, bad guys. You shoot them and then they go boom. And it's like, that was all I needed to be so happy, you know what I mean? And even as I got older, like, my expectations did not really grow that much. I like to think that I'm still as easily entertained as that nowadays. But the point is, it did not take a lot to make... To entertain, you know what I mean? It did not take a lot. It was a lot of the simple things. It was a lot of the simple stuff, you know. I'm just trying to think of how to lead this on to something else. I don't know, with stuff nowadays that kids play, like stuff like you know, like Roblox and how vast it is, and even Roblox was around back then, but it wasn't nearly as massive of a thing with as many, and also not nearly as high quality. You know, there wasn't a quantity and there wasn't really a quality either, but it didn't really matter. I mean, I had friends that played that when I was a kid too, but I never did. I tried getting into it at one point, but I was like, This is a rip-off of Minecraft, guys. This is a rip-off of Minecraft. This is dumb. And I would just find the most arbitrary reason to hate it, you know what I mean? Even when I had no reason to. I think I remember just saying, like, oh man, it's laggy, you know? It's making my dad's laptop heat up a lot. Oh my god, I remember using my dad's laptop. Jeez, that's... probably the first computer that I was like actually familiarized myself with, and I didn't even get to use it all the time, which is not a huge thing to say considering I had my own Xbox to use whenever I wanted. But I remember that he would like take it to work in the mornings, and then you didn't really use it at night though. It was mostly, I don't know, maybe sometimes. I don't remember ever being asked to like, hey, can I use it? Or like to him getting me off of it to do anything important. I don't know if he was just being nice. I like to think that probably was what it was. Whenever I wasn't just busy on the Xbox or that or whatever. But I do remember playing on the Xbox as well a lot. I remember playing Call of Duty campaigns just repeatedly without stopping. Just playing through the campaign just over and over again, because it was cool. I was cool action man, and I had cool action man friends, and I could make the bad guys go kaboom. And I could replay the same levels over and over and over. I remember trying, like, in Modern Warfare 2, the original, like trying to avoid getting betrayed by Shepard and stuff, you know what I mean? All these little silly things. I tried getting out of all the maps constantly. I loved learning about like out of maps glitches and stuff in the games as well. In the multiplayer, when you know I would be playing in like private matches or with friends or whatever, and that's really what I had the most fun doing. I did not really like the PvP element to anything really. I did not enjoy PvP at all. I mean, why would I, right? I could play the campaign where the enemies can barely even hurt me because I play on recruit. And I could just be the cool action hero that saves the day and, you know, runs out into the field of enemies with a knife and just gets all of them myself. And like, yeah, I'm super cool. I could do that. Or I could play like multiplayer where, you know, adults call me a squeaker and an idiot and a bunch of names, and then they, you know, just kill me over and over again really quickly. And it's just like I had to wait, like I had to watch, like... My dad and my brother really liked, they really liked playing, like, Domination. No, it wasn't Domination. Headquarters on COD 4, the original, like, hardcore Headquarters. It was, like, their favorite game mode they'd play all the time. And I always thought it was the stupidest thing. Like, why would you ever want to play that? You die and you have to wait to respawn, and now we're in a world where games like Rainbow Six and CS are, like, super, you know, popular and prevalent, like Valorant. You know, and battle royales. These games that are super prevalent where death is just like super... Oh, that's not a good placement. Death is like super, you know, punishing and dangerous. I mean, I was about to mention Escape from Tarkov, but I hope there's not kids playing that game, 'cause that game is too complex for a lot of adults to understand. But hell, I don't even think that people who play it understand it fully. I definitely don't. Then again, I don't know why I would imagine that I would, but we're getting off topic. Point is, things have just gotten so different, and this is a waste of glass, but it's okay. Things have gotten so different. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I can't say, honestly. It's up to, like, parents to decide that kind of thing, honestly. Which is probably, you know, it's good. It's great. That's how it should be. But, I was happy with the stuff that I grew up with, for sure. And I would be happy with the stuff that I grew up with for anybody as well, anybody else either. Like, I would recommend that. I mean, it was violent, you know? It was still violent stuff. But even then, I remember not being able to, like, swear until... I never even got, like, confirmation as to when I could start swearing. I just started swearing at one point when I was, like, 16, or maybe more, maybe even, like, 7... No, it couldn't have been that much further. It must have been when I was, like, 16 or something that, like, I started swearing and not being scolded for it. But even then, I wasn't told to, you know what I mean? Just all this little stuff where it was all... I'm happy now. Like, sure, when I was younger, I was like, oh, man, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. But now that I'm a lot older and I'm an adult and stuff, I understand that, man, I am so happy that I was restricted in the ways that I were. I wasn't even that restricted at all. I think I had friends that were way more restricted. I think I had friends in school that, like, couldn't even have an Xbox or anything. There's definitely, you know, more than even I had. But I can't speak to how that how'd anyone turn out. I'm sure anyone could make do with any way that they're raised. You know what I mean? Like, you could live your life happily, regardless, as long as you know, as long as you're raised well enough, and that is so. I think that's just an interesting factoid. I don't know where I'm going with all this. I'm just kind of reminiscing, really. And again, I made my channel initially to, well, hard to say actually, but the main, like, premise was that I wanted to, back when I was a kid, right? I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to make videos. I wanted to do that. But I'm like, man, I can't yet. One day I'll be able to. But I didn't want to make. There was no concept. Well, maybe there was a concept of, like, trends and stuff, but there wasn't a concept of, like, an algorithm or a formula to follow. You know what I mean? It was people sitting in their rooms and just, like, playing a game for 15 minutes and just be like, yeah, dude, this is me. And I've definitely talked about this in this series alone, let alone other videos, that's how the way I saw YouTube back in the day. At least that's the way it seemed to me. That's the people that I grew up watching. And I wanted to do what they were doing, specifically, not anything else. I wanted to do what they were doing. You know what I mean? So even now, as time has passed and as everything has moved on from that era, and as that era is... It still exists, again. I've said this a million times at this point. It still exists, but it's not nearly what it once was. It's definitely not in the average experience on YouTube anymore, or really any website at all. I don't even feel like a format like this could work anywhere else except for live streaming, because that's kind of what it evolved into anyway. At least in my opinion, because it's down to earth. Streaming is usually more down to earth, and that's what that kind of content was. So the evolution of down to earth content was that it became streaming, I think. I mean, streaming existed back then, but again, I've discussed this before, and it probably wasn't even that long ago, so I'm gonna just stop repeating myself. But I've had my conversations about the landscape, but I'm still just doing what I think I would have definitely been proud of. The younger me would have been proud of me doing. And really, if I'm being honest, the bar isn't even that high. The bar is probably as high as just being able to do it in the first place. I made it clear that I have broader, grander goals, but there's a lot of stuff that's a lot farther away than I can even comprehend. So it's better not to, but YouTube has probably been the only... YouTube has been the centerpiece of my passion probably for my whole life. I mean, besides, like, just the concept of video games itself, you know, and then everything games come with, being music and story and design and stuff, and all that. it all adds up. It's all stuff I have passion for, to a grand extent. And it's stuff that I'm interested in. I don't know why, but when I was younger, I always saw life as like stages, right? As levels, probably because I grew up playing video games. But I always saw life as in stages. Like, oh, I can't wait to get to the soldier level. I'm gonna be in the military one day, I think. Probably. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I never did that. I don't even know if I still can. Maybe, but I wouldn't want to. There's still some things I wouldn't want to do. I mean, I don't know. MREs are pretty cool. You know, maybe they can lure me in with those, but it'll be harder than that. You can't get me in that easy. But I always saw life as in stages, and I guess I'm on this one. And in a sense, there's bastards raiding my farm. In a sense, that's kind of how it goes. It's just that you don't know it, right? You don't know it, and you can't claim or predict it to be that way, you know? You can only know what stages your life went through with hindsight. You can't get that any other way. It's just not how it works. I'm having intense, massive, ultra deja vu, which means what I just said probably has some massive butterfly effect impact, if not on my life, then on someone else's. Or I'm just losing my goddamn mind. I like to think that, given the passage of time, either is proven to be true eventually. But well, let's just move on from the psychological games, because kind of escalated. Okay, so what the hell am I doing here? This. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. We're almost done with this, actually. And I'm gonna be honest, it might be the end of this project. No, I could do a little more rail at the sand quarry, but that's probably actually gonna be the finishing touch for this project. Oh my god, that needs to be glowstone. Of course it does. Of freaking course it does, man. Anyway, that's a little bit of a vague taste of stuff that I grew up with and played and did, and man, that was a mouthful. That was just a lot. I'm like out of breath from thinking about it. But, you know, I've been kind of low energy today to begin with, so, you know, that explains that. In any other case, this is a delight. This is an absolute delight. This is absolutely delightful, and I need to continue putting stone so I don't forget. So I hear a lot of footsteps nearby, and I keep thinking that it's like a creeper or something, but it's just these stupid pigs. Why are they doing this? Why are they here? Get away from me. I can't tell if there's a creeper coming or not. They make too much noise. They make the same footstep sound. I can see why they changed that in modern Minecraft versions, I gotta say. Though I kind of do like having to keep my guard up. You know, it's not a bad habit, right? It's not a bad habit to have your guard up. That's a perfectly good habit. I also need to put stairs here, which I'm gonna probably do very soon. I can do that right now. I think, at least. Or do believe. All I need to do is, I need to focus on this. Focus on this, Snippy. We're almost done. We're almost freaking done with this entire freaking thing. At least in this direction. Which I'm sure is plenty. Honestly, again, it's probably enough. It's probably more than enough. I just put that in the wrong spot. Is this my last glass? Oh, god damn it, it's my last glass. I gotta go back and get the stuff I was just smelting. Well, I guess that's okay. I can get stairs. Uh-oh. Go this way. I guess I gotta just start here, huh? Whee! I should probably just finish the stone part and the glowstone part so that putting the glass is easier, but you know what? Whatever. Whatever, I don't need to do that. I need to drink some water. You should drink water, too. I say that as an excuse to not have to say anything well, of course I can't say anything. I'm drinking water. Well, I could jump cut. Or I could leave this video as cozily unedited as it already is. I mean, it's already been 30 minutes at this point. Who cares? I'm a person who thinks about the past a lot. I probably did a lot more in the past. Entering my adult years, I was especially reminiscent of the past. I like to think I think a lot more about the future nowadays, and I do. Probably way too much. It's kind of a pain, because the future is uncertain, right? And thus, my expectations technically don't have much of a basis or bearing. In that case, I'm kind of setting myself up for disappointment. And that's probably how it is, but there's always something to do with those dreams. There's always something to do with them. Even if the future that I dream of or intend isn't how anything turns out, there's always a way, because where there's a will, there's a way. As long as you don't forget that, then you should be just fine. You should be just fine. Now this is where I could definitely do a jump cut. Okay, we have returned to the building location, where hopefully we can finish up, wrap it up, every which way we have to. So, let's do that. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's right. I need to also change out. I'm gonna do the stairs now, actually, so I don't have to worry about it later. If I do this now, everything should be easier. Because then I'll notice if the ceiling is too low or whatever. Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, it looks great. It looks wonderful. Okay, so as I was saying, I also feel like there was an era of creativity back in the day that... Uh-oh. Spider. That's not Spider, bro. He would never be so aggressive. He would never be so aggressive and violent. Whatever this spider is, it's trying to put a stop to it. Ah! Okay. There you go. Actually, I don't have much basis actually for what I was about to say. That was like a purely feeling thing. I don't think that's true. So I'm not even gonna say that, but yeah, this is where I need to put an entrance. I guess I think about the future a lot, right? And the future is unknown. It's a scary thing to think about, but I'm definitely I want to make use of what's back there. You know what I mean? I want to make use of the past in some way. I want it to play a part in what I'm doing. I don't want to forget how I got where I am. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that I want to cling onto it either. Time is very uncertain. Like, for example, when I started uploading to this channel properly again, I did not know how long I would do it. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to ever become nothing. You know, unless I die or something. Like, I'm not gonna go as far as to, like, make a robot version of myself. Like, you know, if I die, I die. But besides that, you know, besides the end-all, be-all extreme there, you know, generally speaking, my desire is to always come back. And I know that phrase has its implications, but let's not go there, 'cause that's ridiculous. But, hey, pig, you're injured. Let me help you. Well, that was delicious. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. There's no world in which I give up. Let's put it that way. There's no world in which I ever give up. But the world in which I succeed, that isn't a certainty. There's plenty of, I've heard plenty of times that as long as you know, always remain consistent and moving forward, then there's always a solution at the end of it all, right? There's always some result, and that's not wrong. That's pretty damn true. Something definitely always happens. It's just whether or not that something is what you want or the equivalent of giving up. And I don't know. the world itself moves on as well, you know? The world itself moves on, and there's not much, well, nothing you can do about that. And that's probably just as well, because, you know, it's the world, right? Everyone's got to deal with the world. Wouldn't be very fair if someone got to shift it to their tastes. That really wouldn't work out that well. Okay. Well, we finished this. Okay, we finished it. I was gonna say some more though. I guess I can just say it here. Look, we finished the railway. I was gonna give it one more ride, but I'm just gonna settle with it for now. There's some more to do towards, like, at the actual base station and going towards the sand quarry. So maybe we'll have one more episode of this after I do one more off-camera resource gathering session. Or maybe we should just start on a new project that is more thrilling and also... I mean, the building, the act of building isn't going to be much different. But how we get there, you know, there might be better room for activity building something else. Because this is something that is relatively detached from the world and isolated in a way that means that I don't have much distraction, which is good for productivity, but bad for creativity, I think, and that's why it kind of doesn't. I mean, it looks good. I like it. I like having this infrastructure built, but it doesn't have. It feels like it's missing some soul, even though I feel like that is something it will probably acquire over time. But as of now, it feels kind of like I should have been building something else, but I don't know what. So maybe this is exactly what I was supposed to be doing all along. Well, I did it, so there had to be some reason. Anyway. I've tried to finish my conversation. I'm trying to reach the conclusion of my point as we decide on this episode ending. How do I put this? Man, I am so tired today. I'm so tired. I am so tired. I can't even think. I literally cannot think. I'm thinking aloud right now. You're hearing what I'm thinking. The future is scary, but you'll never know it until you see it. You know what I mean? And knowing makes it far less scary. Maybe it'll become other things. Maybe it'll become worrying or depressing or whatever. Or maybe it'll become good. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll be amazing. Maybe it'll be better than you ever hoped. Maybe it'll be underwhelming, but it won't be scary. And anything is better than it being scary. Because what's scary is the unknown. And there's enough of that in the universe, I'm sure, to deal with for humanity. So, you know, we don't need any more. Not that we're a hive mind or anything, but anyway, the point is, as long as you keep going, then you're still going. You know what I mean? It's not that complicated in that sense. It's actually pretty simple. And so I shall. I did not know that I would be in this position right now. You know, when going into this, I did not expect to be where I'm at right now, doing what I'm doing right now. I mean, it was probably likely. It was definitely likely. 100%. Most definitely likely. But there's also the idea that maybe I did more. Maybe I spent the time to learn more. Maybe I was more productive. There's a lot of maybes. Really, I could just tell you one word. I had a lot of anxiety going into everything, and I still do, if anything, drastically so. I heard that the symptom of caffeine withdrawal is anxiety at one point. That might explain a whole lot. That might explain a whole lot for me. That might explain everything. But so that means I have to choose between sleepiness or anxiety. And that's that's unfortunate. But hey, you know, I'm sure a lot of people have to deal with that kind of thing, if not worse. So maybe I should be more optimistic. I feel like I used to be a lot more. I feel like I've gotten less optimistic. Which I think I'm really speedrunning the YouTuber life here. Because I think when I started this beta playthrough, for example, I remember rewatching those videos, I was super optimistic about everything. And now after like a year, and it turning March, let me see, when did I'm taking a break from the game. I'm really looking into this. I wanna be accurate. I wanna discuss it accurately. First episode of this was on Pi Day. Whoa! It was on Pi Day? No way. Pi Day. I started this on Pi Day. So we are almost on the year anniversary of this Minecraft beta playthrough. Oh god, the game isn't... There you go. We're almost on a 1 year anniversary of this. Who knows? Maybe the timings will line up and I'll actually upload this the next, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes from now will be on Pi Day. I'm not actually 100% sure. You know, there's been a few coincidental lineups like that. I can't even really get into them because it doesn't really make sense. But everything just adds up, you know what I mean? I mean, I feel like I talk about this in the Minecraft the movie, The Function of Fate. Everything seems to add up some way. You know what I mean? I heard that, like, back in human history, not like that far back, really not that far back at all, but I remember, like, people thought that the universe was a machine that you could understand eventually by analyzing it. One day you could understand and predict things, but that's not really how it works. I mean, the universe is more complicated than no one can probably ever grasp it. Or it's so simple that it's just redundant to grasp it. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I'm definitely not claiming to know, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a person that fixates on patterns too much, but I can't... It's not even about the fact that I just have the will to keep going and the desire to. It's also that... That's a better angle. It's also that it has to add up to something, all right? It can't be nothing. I even think about, like, death like this. Like, there can't be nothing. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily believe in any particular afterlife, but I don't believe there's nothing either. Like, I don't know what it is. I've never seen anything as concrete proof to say what any of it is, and I don't think anyone ever will until you see it. But I know, if anything, I know it can't be nothing, because there's no such thing as nothing. There's no such thing as nothing. That doesn't exist. There's no such thing as nothing. You know, even the vacuum of space is space. I mean, okay, what about, like, what's outside the universe? We're getting really deep and philosophical here, and well, it's not even philosophical, actually. I mean, I guess in a way, if you're speaking about the mental effects it's having on me, and probably you, then it is philosophical. Well, no, that'd be psychological damage. The universe is a mysterious thing. It's a grand thing. But the point is, modern day philosophers make Minecraft Let's Plays. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. We've almost finished this bridge, which is great because it's useful and cool and nice. And there was no music in this whole video, I don't think. Thanks, Minecraft. Thanks. I don't have it muted. I know I don't because I heard it earlier when I was off camera. I thought it just started playing music. No, I was going absolutely hallucinatory. All right. I had a smooth outro and I messed it up. You know, I always come back. Ah, Minecraft, why? Why would you start playing music then? You comedically timed bastard. Who's playing that shit? Who's up there in the goddamn instruments? I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. You hear me? You hear me? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, bastard. I swear. I swear it. Oh, wait, you're right here. No, I won't turn it off. I'm on hard. I am. And I've only died once, I think. Maybe twice. I don't remember. I don't remember. Is it a bad thing that I can't remember how many times I've died? Wait, there's statistics! Oh, wait, it got reset. Wait. This is after it got reset? There is no way. Wait. It is reset, because I haven't gone on a pig yet. Worlds played. It's not like I can take my character to other players, play worlds. This isn't fucking Terraria. Okay. Yeah, I had everything reset at the end of the Minecraft movie too, I think. Or maybe it was Function of Fate. I don't remember. Why did it do that? Why did it reset me? I don't know. I'm kind of happy that it did. Oh, I know exactly why it reset me. Oh, I know exactly why it reset me. Wonder what I can make of that. Alright, well, that's gonna do it. Buddy. I know it's you because I left you here and G-Dog is the one guarding the lighthouse, so I know you're Buddy! Hello, Buddy. That's gonna do it for Minecraft. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know I always come back. And while I have been snippy, you know I'll see you around.